Well, time to get to the game because I am extremely late, and I will explain once we get to commercial break. We're at 1-1 on Chase the Lauder by Brian Wu. Now the pitch, swing and a miss, strike two on a 96-mile-an-hour fastball by Brian Wu. Mariners are coming off their first victory of the season, thanks to home runs by Cole Young and Luke Raleigh. Mariners have yet to hit a single, believe it or not. Now here is going to be the pitch, and that's going to be a foul ball. Now we're at 1-2, and now the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike three. So the first at-bats by Chase the Lauder was home runs, and then Brian Wu struck him out right on the top left-hand corner, or right-hand corner, if you're depending what angle, but nice strikeout by Brian Wu. How's it go? How's it going, Productions? Thank you for being here. And the ones who are here, hit the like button, subscribe, hit notification. And now we got Jose Ramirez up to the plate. And now here is the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. And Donovan makes the catch. And that's going to retire the side. Oh my goodness. Nice catch by Brendan Donovan. But he's getting a little bit hobbly, so let's hope he's okay. Brian Wu's already immediately going up to him. So, yeah, here's why I'm late. So, when you're a Korean and you have family and they give you, and they're cooking up a ton of meat called gogi, bulgogi, samgyeopsal, yeah, you're going to end up eating it. Trust me. I'm sure a lot of you Americans have figured out Korean meat by now. Man. The texture is just matchless. So I haven't even had time to go over the lineup for the Seattle Mariners, which I don't really like. Rob Repsnyder, Cal Raleigh, Julio Rodriguez, Josh Naylor, Randy Rosarena, Brendan Donovan, Victor Robles, Leo Rivas, and Cole Young. Can we put Repsnyder in like a little bit below? I just don't like that idea. I just don't. I mean, I want to look at Rob Repsnyder's stats. He was a longtime Yankee. Well, not really a longtime Yankee. He had some years with the Texas Rangers. But yeah, Repsnyder he's had a career, but hasn't really made much of an impact at all. Hasn't even broken 100 games so far. But last season he had a 354 OBP, so maybe his low strikeouts, 54 strikeouts to 70 games, is probably the reason they put him on the leadoff spot. But even then, I'd still rather have Donovan. So I'm not exactly on board with this idea. I'm really not. Not really a fan of Dan Wilson's ways of doing lineups. Rob Repsnyder is making his Mariners debut. Yep, half Korean Rob Repsnyder. So, Hyung, you better don't mess this up. He has a nice little batting stance, though. I'll give him that. Now the pitch. And that's going to be low for a ball. And now the pitch. Low for a ball, and that's going to be 2-0. Rob Refsnyder had a pretty good season last season, despite his limited play. Now the 2-0. Low for a ball 3. And now the 3-0. Oh, that's a strike. Hey, challenge that. That was clearly not in the strike zone. Yeah, this is purely all the lineups that they made was purely a matchup decision. Now we're at 3-1, and now the pitch, and now it's going to be a fly ball, right field. It was nice little contact, and he makes the catch, and that's going to be 1 out. Now we got Cal Raleigh up to the plate. He's going to be on the right side. Maybe they'll make a difference on that. And now here's the pitch. And that is a strike. Now we're at 0-1 for Cal Raleigh, the pitch. And he's reaching, and that's going to be a foul ball. And he's in danger of making it 8 strikeouts in a row. Now we're at 0-2 for Cal. And now the pitch. Now here's going to be a liner to left field and foul. It was a nice hit by the dumper, and that would have made a world of difference. And now the pitch. And that's going to be strike 3 called, and that is going to be 8 strikeouts in a row against the big dumper, and he's not even going to challenge it. And now we've got 2 outs. I don't think it was worth it to him. And now next up to the plate is going to be Julio Rodriguez. And the pitch to Julio. And that's going to be a strike. And the pitch to Julio. Way up high for a ball. And that's going to be ball 1. Now the pitch. Low for a ball. It's going to be 2 balls and a strike to Julio Rodriguez. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. It's a little bit late on that. Now the 2-2. And a swing and a miss, strike 3. And that is going to retire the side. A brutal 1-2-3 inning against the Mariners. And we are going to go into the next inning. Just 2 strikeouts. Just absolutely brutal. Brutal inning for the Mariners. Wow. Cal Raleigh, 8 strikeouts in a row. And Julio Rodriguez, he strikes out too. Just absolutely brutal. Can't believe this at all. We are back from the break, and that's going to be a swing and a miss to Manzardo, and that's going to be strike one. Now the pitch, and a swing and a miss. Now we're at 0-2, and now the pitch, and that's going to be a foul ball. Still strike two. Now we're at 0-2, and now the pitch, up high for ball. Now the pitch, and that's going to be a foul ball. And now we're at 1-2, and now the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike three. Another strikeout for Brian Wu, and now we've got one out. Now we got Fry next up to the plate. David Fry is the man, and now here's the pitch. And now here's going to be a fly ball. Could be a blooper. Someone's going to talk, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. And there seemed to be a very lack of communication, or just no one could really get there. And now we got a man on first base with nobody out. Now we got Schneemann up to the plate. Now here's the pitch, and a swing and a miss, and that is strike one. Now we're at 0-1. Now the pitch. And now here's a fly ball to right field, but Robles is there, and he makes the catch, and that's going to be two down. It's a nice, well hit, but it went right to Robles. And now the pitch. And that's going to be popped up and fouled. Looks like my feed just crapped out. That's going to be popped up and fouled. Got 1 and 2 so far. The ball and 2 strikes. Now the pitch. And strike 3 called, and that is going to retire the side. Another nice inning for Brian Wu. And now we're going to go into the bottom of the second inning. Nice pitching by Brian Wu. They're doing the hat trick, which I'm not interested in participating. Now the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. Now we're at 0-1 for Josh Naylor, and now the pitch. And he's missing it, and that's going to be a ball, 1-1. Let's go, Woo! We need some more we need some strikeouts. I mean, Brian Wu does have a couple. He has 3. He's been very efficient today. 23 pitches and 20 strikes. I mean, he's been amazing. Now we're at 1-1. Now the pitch. And a swing and a miss. Just brutal. And that's going to be strike 2. Now we're at 1-2. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a grounder and foul. And now the 1-2. Low for a ball. Now the pitch. And a liner and foul. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a grounder and dive by the second base, throw to first in time. Josh Naylor has yet to get any kind of a hit. Now here is Randy Rosarena up to the plate. Now the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. Now we're at 0-1. And now the pitch. And that's going to be missing it for a ball. And now the pitch. Low for a ball. Now we're at 2-1. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. And the pitch. Low for a ball. Ball 3. Randy Rosarena has actually been more patient at the plate. Now we're at 3-2, and now the pitch. And strike 3 called, and they're going to challenge the call. Randy's challenging it. Yep, and I think that missed it. Yep, Mariners get their first challenge, and Randy Rosarena is going on first base. Now we got Brendan Donovan up to the plate. And now the pitch. Way low for a ball, and that's going to be ball 1. Now it's going to be 1-0. And now the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Not exactly a good swing. Now we're at 1-1. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. Now we're at 1-2. Now the pitch. And now here's going to be a ground ball, probably double play ball, throw to second and a throw to first. And not in time. So no double play, but Randy Rosarena is out. Now we got Victor Robles up to the plate. He was known for his defensive catch against the Astros last season. And that is a strike. And the umpire's missing the strike zone quite a bit. They said it was on the cusp, though. Now we're at 0-1. Way low for a ball. You love the ABS, huh? Convenience. True. Now we're at 1-1. And now the pitch. Swing and a miss. He caught him on a change. And that's going to be 1-2 for Victor Robles. WRC plus against lefties, 98 versus righties. He's at 164. So this is not a good matchup for Victor Robles. Now the 1-2. Up high for a ball, 2-2. On deck will be Leo Rivas, and Cole Young will be in the hole. The hero for yesterday's Mariners game, that was. And now we're at 2-2. And that's going to be missing it for ball 3. Full count. Now we're at 3-2, the full count. And now the pitch. Now here's going to be a liner to left field, and that is going to be a base hit. I wonder if this is going to be enough to get Brendan Donovan home. He is being waved, and the throw to the plate, and it is not in time. And the Mariners get on the board to make it 1-0 on a 2-out RBI double by Victor Robles, and that is the first time the Mariners get a non-home run RBI. Congratulations to the Mariners. They finally did not live and die by the home run on this one. That nice hustle by Brendan Donovan, that's what it was. And now the pitch. That's going to be low for a ball. Now here's Leo Rivas up to the plate. Now the pitch. That's going to be in there for a strike. They have to diversify things. 1-1. And now here's going to be a fly ball to not so deep. And he's going to make the catch, and that's going to retire the side caught by Stephen Kwan. But the Mariners do get a run, and now they are up 1-0. Senor, tell me how you make a thin crust Sahara pizza.
With your hands. Cornmeal.
Hello, baseball fans. I'm excited to announce that we are still offering 50% off pizza and 25% off bowling Monday and Tuesdays. Head on over to Snoqualmie Sahara Pizza. This deal will go through May.
And that's how you make a Sahara pizza. Beautiful thing.
Mariners finally score a run without a home run on a 2-out RBI double by Victor Robles. Let's keep it up. And we are back from the break. Now here's the pitch. And that's going to be up high for a ball. Now we're at 1-0. CJ Kafis is up to the plate. Now the pitch. Way up high for a ball. That's going to be 2-0. Now the 2-0. And now here's going to be popped up to center field, and Julio's going to be there. And he makes the catch, and that is going to be 1 down. And that's going to be a foul ball. Now we're at 0-1. Now the pitch. And that's going to be outside for a ball. Now we're at 1-1. And now the pitch. And that's going to be popped up to Rivas is going to be there. And he makes the catch, and that's going to be 2 away. And my feed just keeps going down all the time. And that's the 3rd out. Mariners have the 1 run.
We're making half pineapple, half tiki with barbecue chicken. You put the garlic. Put the pineapple on the whole pizza. Remember, they want half pineapple, and the one is going to be tiki. Tiki tiki goes pineapple, garlic, feta cheese, artichoke hearts, and the chicken. And we're gonna spread some barbecue on top. And it's ready. Put it on the oven. Let it run.
Hello, baseball fans. I'm excited to announce that we are still offering 50% off pizza and 25% off bowling Monday and Tuesdays. Head on over to Snoqualmie Sahara Pizza. This deal will go through May. We call it the Little League home run. They're showing a nice hit from Julio Ramos. And now we are back from the break. Now Cole Young is going to be up to the plate. Mariners have most home runs in the first 2 games, almost in franchise history. Actually, they did. just behind the 79 Mariners. We're at 1-0 for Cole Young, who hit his first home run of the season. Now the pitch. It's going to be outside for a ball. We're at 2-0. And now the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. Cole Young trying to hopefully have some kind of a breakout year. I don't think he qualifies as a rookie anymore since he did play quite a bit of games last season. As we're at 2-1 for Cole Young, the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that is strike 2. He does better against lefties. But his WRC plus is only 89. Now we're at 2-2, and now the pitch. And strike 3 called, and that is going to be 1 out. Now we've got Rob Refsnyder up to the plate. Now the pitch. Way inside for a ball. Now the 1-0. And that's going to be in there for a strike. A nice curveball by Cantillo. Will is killing it, no doubt. But Mariners got to provide some more runs. That's for sure. Now the pitch. And that's a check swing. And that's going to be a foul ball. Now we're at 1-2 for Refsnyder. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. He hits the ball hard. There's no doubt about it. He does have power. Still think they should have put Donovan at first base, though. Or at the leadoff spot. Now we're at 1-2. Now the pitch. Low for a ball. That is 2-2. Cal Raleigh is going to be on deck. Now we're at 2-2. And the pitch. Low for a ball. Ball 3. Refsnyder is really working the count very well. Now we're at 3-2. And now the pitch. And that's going to be popped up. It's going to be to first baseman. He makes the catch. Yankees are going to be visiting. It's going to be the battle of the MVPs for Monday. I won't be there because hashtag I got a softball game unless my game rains out, which is very possible. And now Cal Raleigh is up to the plate. He has 8 consecutive strikeouts. Hopefully he can make it number 9 or he can break that streak. Otherwise, he'll have like the triple sombrero or something. No, that's not how it works. And now we're at 1-0. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a liner, and that is going to be a base hit. And Cal Raleigh finally gets on base with a single. He breaks the streak of 8 strikeouts, and he gets on base. Julio Rodriguez is going to be up to the plate. It was a nice little hit. And now the pitch to Julio, and that is low for a ball. Offense this season's been mostly, that was actually the first single, believe it or not. And now the pitch. What are you swinging at, Julio? It's like, it was way too low. Now we're at 1-1. Now the pitch. Way up high for a ball. It's going to be 2-1 for Julio Rodriguez. Now the pitch. And a broken bat, and that's going to be a foul ball. Watch out. Got to get him a new one. Now we're at 2-2. We're at 2-2. Julio's yet to get a hit, and now the pitch. Low for a ball, and that gets away, and Cal Raleigh was already taken off, and he gets a free bag. Yeah, Murakami's looking pretty good. I was hoping the Mariners would get him, but no, they don't. And now that means Julio has a chance to try to get a base hit out of it to get Cal Raleigh in. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. He had to swing at it, though. Cantillo is already on pitch number 60, so that could be an opportunity to get into the bullpen. So they'll have nothing available, hopefully, for tomorrow. Now we're at 3-2. And now the pitch. Low for a ball, ball 4, take your base. And now that's going to be Josh Naylor up to the plate. And let's see if the Mariners can do any kind of damage. Seattle needed a third baseman. Now here's the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. Josh Naylor was batting .295 last season, 20 home runs, 92 RBIs. He grounded out in the second. He has also yet to get a hit. And now the pitch, that's going to be a ground ball foul. And that's going to be 2 strikes already on Josh Naylor. Now we're at 0-2. Now the pitch. Ugh, he chased it, and that's going to be fouled. Josh Naylor was playing for Team Canada. He hit 20 home runs last season. He actually hit better in Seattle. batting .299. Only 83 strikeouts in 147 games. He was an all-star in 2024. Now we're at 0-2 for Naylor. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball foul. He's still battling it out. Oh, come on. Man, this MLB Network thing's just not working today. It's just so frustrating. Like, especially when Josh Naylor is up, I can actually miss a really big hit. Better get my backups in order. Yep, Josh Naylor's still up. Definitely got lucky on that one. Now it's going to be 0-2. And now the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's going to retire the side. We go to the top of the 4th inning. Still 1-0 Mariners. Two men on. I mean, Cal Raleigh made progress by finally getting a base hit. But the problem is Josh Naylor struck out with 2 men on. I gotta go to the bathroom. Please enjoy a commercial. Try our delicious burgers today. Satisfy your cravings with our mouth-watering burgers. Double cheeseburger with classic double beef patties with melted cheese, lettuce, tomatoes, onion and house sauce, a fresh, flavorful delight. Double bacon cheeseburger, crispy bacon, fried onions, barbecue sauce, and double cheese. Double guacamole bacon burger, double cheese, crispy bacon, guacamole, lettuce, tomatoes, onions, and our special house sauce. Pair any burger with fries with an ice-cold drink for the perfect meal. Come down and taste the difference. You can only find these burgers at our Snoqualmie Mexican food truck. And we are back from the break. Got top of the 4th inning, and here's DeLauder. Now the pitch, right down the middle, and that's going to be a strike. Brian Wu is going right after him. Now we're at 0-1. Now the pitch, and that is going to be low for a ball. And actually, it's at 1-2. Excuse me. Probably just going to use the. And now the pitch. It's going to be a foul ball. And actually, we're at 1-2. Excuse me. And now the pitch. And a swing and a miss. Strike 3. And that is going to be 1 out. Now we got Jose Ramirez up to the plate. And now the pitch. Way up high for a ball. That's going to be 1-0. Still 1-0. Now the pitch. It's going to be up high for a ball. 2-0. Two and 0 for Jose Ramirez. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. That's going to be 2-1. Now we're at 2-1 the pitch. And that's going to be a fly ball. And who's got this? It doesn't look good. And Rivas makes the catch, and that's going to be 2 down. Welcome to 2026 Central Mob. How are you doing? Here's Mike Manzardo. And now the pitch. And that's going to be popped up and fouled. Now the 0-1. And now here's going to be a fly ball to left field and fouled. Now we're at 0-2. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Throw back to first. And that's going to retire the side. Another strikeout for Brian Wu. I believe that's strikeout number 4 for Brian Wu. Might be 5. And now that's going to retire the side. RGR21. Why do you look so familiar? You look so familiar. I swear I remember you from somewhere. RGR21. Yeah, so that is you. You're one of my former members from last year. A nice 1-2-3 inning for Brian Wu. Kirk Gibson played for the Pirates? He played for them in 92, towards the twilight of his career. It's almost 70 years old. Never made an all-star team. I find that pretty shocking. And we are back from the break. Now Randy Rosarena is up to the plate. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a chopper right to and throw to first and not in time. And how did they not sail that through? Let that sail through. And Randy Rosarena gets on base. That should be an infield single. Let's see if you still have the top donation. No, I don't think you are, but let me check if you're still a member. I don't think you are. $60 RGR21. You still own the record. It is. Yep. Central Mob. You're the one. You're still member. Loyal 8-month member. Now here's Brendan Donovan up to the plate. And throw to first. And that's going to be not in time, obviously. Brendan Donovan's off to a good start this season. And the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. Now we're at 0-1. And now the pitch. Now here's going to be a liner, and that is going to drop in for a base hit. And now you got runners on first and second with nobody out. And now it looks like we got Victor Robles up to the plate, and they are off to a good start in this inning. Here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Now it's Victor Robles. What can he do? He already had the RBI double. Let's see if he can do it again. Nice hit by Brandon Donovan. It was a beautiful hit. Now here's Victor Robles up to the plate. Yep, they're in a great position to score in some more runs. And now the pitch. Oh, he's going to drop in the bunt, and that is foul. It looked like a beauty for a moment. Now we're at 0-1 for Victor Robles. Now the pitch. He tried to lay out the bunt, but it nearly hit him, and that's going to be 1-1. Looks like CB Bucknor is really proving to be a terrible umpire. Probably should not have a job anymore at this point. Now it's going to be 1-1. And now the pitch. He's going to try a bunt again, and it just pushes back. And that's going to be 2-1 for Victor Robles. Now the 2-1. And he tries to bunt again. And that's going to be 3-1. You used to be against it, but now you're for robo-ums. Now it's really exposing umpires like CB Bucknor. CB Bucknor was never a good umpire. He was a terrible umpire. As we're at 3-1 in the pitch. And now here's going to be a fly ball to right field. And he slides and he makes the catch. And Randy should be going to third base, you would think. And he does. And now you got a runner on first and third with one out. So you're at risk for a double play. And now it's going to be up to Leo Rivas. I think if I were Brendan Donovan, he's not really much of a base stealer, though. Randy got to third base in time. Now we got Leo Rivas up to the plate. He is 1 for 6 in this series and season. Now the pitch. He's going to try to lay down the bunt, and that's going to be low for a ball. Yeah, I knew it. As soon as it came on, the quality of it was going to suffer. I knew it. I knew it was going to happen. And now we're at 1-0. Now the pitch, and that's going to be a strike. And he brings down the bunt, and now here it goes, and that is going to, oh, no play. It's going to be bases loaded. Or it could be a foul ball. It's going to be a foul ball. Stephen Vogt was heavily pleading his case. It looked like he didn't even make contact on it, too. So Rivas is going to try again. So going to be a ball and 2 strikes. Now the pitch, and that's going to be popped up and fouled. Yep, Ajar Ahmad, go Seattle Mariners, absolutely. As now we're at 1-2. And now the pitch. Low for a ball, that's going to be 2-2. Now we're at 2-2. And now the 2-2 pitch. Low for a ball. That nearly gets away, and that's going to be full count 3-2. Now we're at 3-2. Let's see what Joey Cantillo can do. And now the 3-2 pitch. And that's going to be fouled again. He had to swing at that one. Now 3-2. And he reaches. That's going to be a foul ball. Now we're at 3-2. Now the pitch. Way outside. That's going to be ball 4. But I think that's going to force Rosarena to go back to third base, though. Oh, no, that's going to be a score. So that's going to be 2-0. And the Mariners extend their lead to make it 2-0. Yeah, it was way outside. I think Rivas can go on first base, but I still think that they're going to... Nope. Carl Willis. Got Matt Festa in the bullpen. And now we've got Cole Young up to the plate. And now the pitch. And that's going to be inside for a ball. Ball 1 to Cole Young. And that's going to be a strike. Now we're at 1-1. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. Testing my tablet on this one for my Facebook stories. Now the pitch. And that's going to be inside, way inside for a ball. Now we're at 2-2. And the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. Now we're at 2-2. And now the pitch. And now here's going to be a ground ball, and that should be a fair ball, you would think. And that's going to be foul. Just testing it on my tablet, and I thought that was a fair ball by Cole Young. Now we're at 2-2. And now the pitch. Way low for a ball. That's going to be 3-2. And a 3-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And that's going to be 2 outs. And Matt Festa's coming in, the former Mariner. Oh, that's how it's done. Oh. Matt Festa, former Mariner, will be coming onto the mound off the bullpen since Cleveland starter has really struggled. They're showing Jim Abbott's inspiring no-hitter. I think he's the only one-armed pitcher in Major League history to achieve a no-hitter. Deserves nothing, deserves a lot more respect. And we are going to be back from the break. And it looks like Dom Canzone's going to be pinch hitting. He's going to pinch hit for Rob Refsnyder because we have the platoon squad. The platoon squad. Matt Festa, the former Mariners, on. And now here's Dom Canzone up to the plate. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a first swing pop up to the third base side. And he makes the catch, and that's going to retire the side. Mariners have the lead now. I really do believe that this whole thing with a designated hitter, right field, they really should be called the platoon squad. Dom Canzone, Rob Rep Snyder, Victor Robles, Luke Raleigh really should be called the platoon squad. The platoon squad. It really is the platoon squad. Oh, I just missed it. You should co-host me someday. I played at Wenatchee Valley Community College, transferred to Central Washington University, playing baseball before I retired. Well, as of now, I'm just trying to do this thing alone. Hey, someone gave me a like. Angel Cruz gave me a like. Reveal yourself, Angel Cruz. Or Angel Cruz. And now here is Fry, now the pitch. And that's going to be inside for a ball. David Fry is the only hit for the Cleveland Guardians. Now the pitch by Brian Wu. And that's going to be inside for a ball. Now we're at 2-0. Now the pitch. And that is going to be a strike, and that's going to be 2-2 or 2-1. And the 2-1. And that's going to be popped up and fouled. Now we're at 2-2. Now the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's another strikeout. Strike 3, and that's going to be 1 out. Strikeout number 5 for Brian Wu. I think it might be strikeout number 6. It is strikeout number 5. Nope, strikeout number 6. I was right. Now here is the next hitter, and that's going to be a strike. This is Daniel Schneeman up to the plate. Now the pitch, and that's going to be a foul ball. Now the pitch. And that's going to be up high for a ball.
80%
Now we're at 1-2. And now the pitch. Check swing. Did he go? He did not. Now it's 2-2. Now the 2-2. And now here's going to be a fly ball to left field, and Rosarena makes the catch. 4 days away from the 2-year anniversary of Ronaldo Blanco's no-hitter. You just had to bring it up, didn't you? Something to consider someday, Central Mob. I think you got me on Instagram. But until then, I'm going to try to get Josh on. This one's for Josh. And here's Angel Martinez, now the pitch. Now here's going to be a liner to right field, and that is going to be a fair ball going into the corner, and he's going to go to second base with a 2-out double. So just a second hit given up by Brian Wu. 53 pitches so far for Brian Wu, so I'm not 100% worried. You can't join right now, Josh, huh? I understand. It happens. That was a 110 exit velocity. Now we got Kafitz up to the plate. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. If we had a healthy Brian Wu, maybe that could have helped the Mariners get to the World Series. It couldn't have hurt. Now it's 0-1. And now the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be 0-2. Now we're at 0-2. And now the pitch. And fouled again. Now we're at 0-2. J.P. Crawford, according to Shannon Dreyer, is here, took an early BP batting practice on the field. Will stay with the club through the weekend and likely head out on a rehab assignment early next week. So I guess we'll see. Now the 0-2. Way up high for a ball. That's going to be 1-2. Now we're at 1-2. And the pitch. And popped up again. And they're really making Brian Wu work. How's it going? Good evening. Game Day Sports Clips. How you doing? Already a Brendan Donovan fan, aren't you? Now we're at 1-2 for Kafis. And now the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Strikeout number 7 for Brian Wu. And that is going to retire the side. Due up is going to be Cal Raleigh. Julio Rodriguez and Josh Naylor. And what an outing for Brian Wu. He's having a fantastic start so far. Brian Wu with 2 strikeouts. And going into the bottom of the 6th inning, he has been absolutely amazing. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike as we are back from the break. And Cal Raleigh is now on the left side of the plate. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a possible blooper, more like a pop-up. And actually, he makes the catch. It was a diving effort. And Martinez makes the catch. Julio Rodriguez is now up to the plate. Sean Lee, how are you doing? Julio's now up to the plate. Now the pitch. And that's going to be way inside. That's going to be a ball. You think Julio's getting his first hit here, don't you? It's going to be 1-0. And now the pitch. Swing and a miss. And that is going to be strike 1. Now we're at 1-1. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball right to second base. Throw to first in time. Does not happen. Unfortunately so. Josh Naylor is now up to the plate. Now the pitch. Way up high for a ball. Now the 1-0. And that's going to be a foul ball. Now we're at 1-1. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. And swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's going to retire the side. A painful 1-2-3 inning. And now it's going to be going up to the top of the 6th. I said bottom of the 6th, didn't I? We are going to the top of the 6th, and it was a 1-2-3 inning against the Mariners. Well, you did not expect him to have a 90% K rate, did you? I did. Yeah, they are making contact, so there is that, but not by much. And we are back from the break. I wonder who's on the mound. Nope. Brian Woo's on, as he should. He hasn't even cracked 60 pitches yet, but he will. Now the pitch. Andres Munoz might have to get ready. Now the pitch. And that's going to be outside for a ball. Now it's 3-0. 3-ball count. Now the pitch. Now it's a strike. Brian Wu is suffering a 3-0 for the first time in this game, which means he's been pitching very, very well. Now we're at 3-1. And now the pitch. And ball 4, take your base. Now it's going to be a man on first base. Now Steven Kwan is now up to the plate. Now the pitch. And that's going to be outside for a ball. Cal Raleigh's now coming out. Juan is now up to the plate. Now the pitch. Way low for a ball. And throw back to first and not in time. Now the pitch. And that is a strike. Now we're at 2-1 the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. Still at 2-2. Now we're at 2-2. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a fly ball to deep left center field. And hey, talk, man. And Julio makes the catch. But you gotta talk. Like, what are you guys doing? You gotta talk. Like, talk. And now the pitch. That's going to be a foul ball. Chase DeLauder has really struggled in this game. Brian Wu has really been able to handle him. Going to throw back to first and not in time. Now we're at 0-1 and a swing and a miss. Now we're at 0-2, and that's going to be a foul ball. Now we're at 0-2. And a pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Strikeout number 8 for Brian Wu. Unbelievable. Oh, that Korea game flashbacks. I already forgot about it, man. Just stop. Brian Wu having an excellent game. Now the pitch. And that's going to be outside for a ball. Jose Ramirez is now up to the plate. Now the 1-0. Low for a ball. It's going to be 2-0. Now we're at 2-0. Now the pitch. And that's going to be missing it. That's going to be 3-0. Looks like Cal Raleigh's challenging the call. And he gets it. The ABS worked. Mariners are 2 for 2 on the challenges tonight. So now it's going to be, should be 1-1, right? 2-1. Only to make it 3-1, but it did save the walk. 3 balls and 1 strike. Korea could win the premier 12 spot for the Olympics. Yeah, Wu probably should have pitched the opener. Now we're at 3-1. And now the pitch. Now here's going to be a liner to right field, and that is going to be a base hit going down in the corner. That's probably going to bring in a run, and here he comes, and now a throw to the plate, and it is not in time. Bad throw to third, and Ramirez is still safe, and now Cleveland gets on the board to make it 2-1. Now there's really no room for comfort. Just a horrible throw. That's Jose Ramirez for you. Cole Young with a terrible throw. I wonder if they're challenging the call at third base to see if he got out. Or nope, Pete Woodworth is just coming out just to chat. Eduardo Bizzardo is now in the bullpen. Eduardo Bizzardo is now warming in the bullpen. Yeah, I already said that. Now here's going to be a liner, and that's going to be a base hit, and this ball game is tied. And now it's 2-2 on an RBI single. As much as Brian Wu was having brilliant pitching, now the game is tied. Now the pitch. That's going to be a strike. Not good. It is now 2-2 tie. As much as Brian Wu was having amazing pitching, now Cleveland got to him. Now we're at 0-1 now the pitch. And that's going to be a ball. Now it's going to be a ground ball and fouled. We're 0-5 with 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position. That's really bad. No, Denali, I'm not allowing anyone in right now. You're just going to go off on your LA stuff, the pitch. And check swing, did he go? He did go, and that's going to be another strikeout for Brian Wu, strikeout number 9. Brilliant pitching, but now the ball game is tied. Try our delicious burgers today. Satisfy your cravings with our mouth-watering burgers. Double cheeseburger with classic double beef patties with melted cheese, lettuce, tomatoes, onion and house sauce, a fresh, flavorful delight. Double bacon cheeseburger, crispy bacon, fried onions, barbecue sauce, and double cheese. Double guacamole bacon burger, double cheese, crispy bacon, guacamole, lettuce, tomatoes, onions, and our special house sauce. Pair any burger with fries with an ice-cold drink for the perfect meal. Come down and taste the difference. You can only find these burgers at our Snoqualmie Mexican food truck. Who's going to come up in the clutch tonight? I don't know. I don't hate Los Angeles. Come on. Ugh, flex memberships. The problem is I don't know. I just don't know. I wouldn't justify it. Now here's Randy or Rosarena up to the plate, especially when I'm trying to save money. Now the pitch, and that's going to be right in there for a strike. Brennan Donovan's going to be on deck. Now the pitch. Now it's 1-1. Now the pitch. It's going to be 1-2. Matt Festa's actually been pitching pretty well for Cleveland. Now it's going to be 1-2. Now the pitch. Now it's going to be a ground ball right to third base, throw to first. And that's going to be in time, and that's going to be 1 out. You would think that we're due for a home run, aren't we? It looks like Stephen Vogt is coming out. I think he's going to go for another manager or go for another pitcher. And Matt Festa retired all 5. They're going to bring in the left-hander because of matchup reasons. He is a Seattle fan for sure. Sure, he tolerates my Astros talk as it relates to the AL West, but unless you're going to talk about the Angels, you might have some problems. I only kid. What the fuck? I have literally never found anyone that dislikes Los Angeles more than this guy. Oh, I got something for you, kid.
Oh, boo-hoo! Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin.
What are you talking about? Denali, you're crazy. Hey, if the Lakers play Oklahoma, I'll cheer for the Lakers. Now the pitch. Low for a ball. Now the pitch is going to be low for a ball. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. Now the 2-1. Swing and a miss, and that is going to be strike 2. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a liner, and that is going to be a base hit for Brendan Donovan. And what a season Donovan is having so far. Donovan is batting .375. That's going to be up to .400. And now we got Victor Robles up to the plate. That was a nice hit. We all know what happens when matchups are done. Robbie Ray here closes out. Alvarez. You just hush, you little Josh. Now here's Victor Robles up to the plate. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. Now we're at 0-1. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike 2. A very lazy swing by Victor Robles. Heron is the pitcher. It's already given up a hit, though. Now the 0-2. Low for a ball, but Donovan does stay. Now the pitch. Oh, up high for a ball. Good eye by Victor Robles. Now we're at 2-2. Now the 2-2. Now here's going to be a grounder, and that could be a trouble. Now the throw to first, and clearly not in time. And that's going to be runners on first and second with just one out. Nice little hit by Victor Robles. And now that's going to set up Leo Rivas up to the plate. I think Cole Young should probably be the 8th hitter, honestly. Hey, Denali, how do you like Josh Fields? Which, by the way, Josh Fields led to that. Did you know? Yeah. Dodgers traded for Josh Fields with Yordan Alvarez. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss. Oh, man, itchy eyes. Now we're at 0-1. And now the pitch. What, swing and a miss. It was hitting the dirt. What are you doing? Now it's going to be 0-2 for Leo Rivas. He's got to do something. Now the pitch. Low for a ball. That's going to be 0-2. 1-2, that is. Now we're at 1-2. Now the 1-2. Low for a ball. That nearly hit him. And that's going to be 3-2. Full count. They're showing J.P. Crawford just chilling in the dugout. It's going to be 2-2 for Rivas, the pitch. And low for a ball and double steal and no throw anywhere. And now it's going to be 3-2 with runners on second and third with just one out. So the double play is gone. So maybe a sharp little grounder can actually score in a run. Now we're at 3-2. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball. And now going to be a throw to the plate. And there goes Brendan Donovan. They really tried. And now that's going to be 2 outs. Runners at first and second. Now we got Canzone up to the plate. Oh boy, we got a little Dodgers-Astros rivalry going on. How about I bring the both of you guys in to fight each other? And in commercial break, while I go to the bathroom, I got to show the most favorite video of all time, the most iconic video. World Series, baby. Now here is Cole Young up to the plate. Now the pitch. And that's going to be outside for a ball. Cole Young's he's got to do something. Now we got 1-0. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. Now the 1-1. And now here's going to be a ground ball, but it's not going to get anything done. Throw the first. And that is going to be in time, and that's going to retire the side. Mariners leave another 2 men on. And that's going to be going into the top of the 7th inning. Mariners had 2 men on and once again screw it up to leave it 2-2 tie. I got to go to the bathroom now.
My point is it's across all Seattle sports. It's this idea, like people pleading 3-4 years ago to bring back Ichiro when Ichiro was like 93 years old. I'm like, no, I do not want to bring back Ichiro. Like Griffey when he's got a walker out there and he gives you a single every 60 games. Like the list goes on and on. Like, people crying. Like, Haniger comes back, and you think that we just signed a Hall of Famer. Like, he was injured all of last year. He's, like, 33 years old. We trade for him, give up on Robbie Ray, which, whatever. And all of a sudden, I swear, all of Twitter is like, World Series, baby! Let's go! Let's go! He was a negative WAR player for them last year, but because we love Hanny, baby... He's going to come and save the Mariners.
But Denali, you still dodged the question about Josh Fields, right? Answer that question, Denali boy. Oh, Josh, I can't wait till I think it's around next week where Mariners are going to play, or 2 weeks from now, Mariners are going to be playing in Houston. Can't wait for, or playing against Houston. We can't wait for that. Bizzardo is now on the mound. So how many pitches did Wu have? He had 83 pitches. I still think they should have just gave him one more batter. And now here's the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. Schneeman's up to the plate. Now the pitch. Now here's a fly ball drilled and fouled. Thank goodness. I was about to say that. No, they should have brought in Brian Wu for just one more because the batters are a combined 1 for 7. Now it's going to be 1 and 2. And now the pitch. It's going to be outside for a ball. Now we're at 2 and 2. And now here's going to be a fly ball to left field. Could be trouble, but a Rosarena makes the catch, and that's going to be 1 out. And that's going to be a strike. Now it's going to be 1 and 0. And that's going to be outside for a ball. That's going to be 2 and 0. Eduardo Bizzardo did pitch yesterday. Wonder if Spire's going to be on. He's going to be due to pitch soon. Now it's 2 and 1 to pitch. And that's going to be a strike. Now it's going to be 2 and 2. And strike 3 called, and that's going to be 2 outs. And they're challenging it. And there was a strike anyway. And he's out of there. Guardians are down to their last challenge. Kafis is now up to the plate. Now we're at 1 and 1. Now the pitch. And low for a ball. Now we're at 3 and 1. Getting close to the 7th inning stretch. The pitch. And ball 4, take your base. And Kafis gets on base with a walk. It's going to be a challenge by Cal Raleigh. Kind of question the challenge. I don't know if it's going to do it. Nope, he misses it. So the Mariners will lose their challenge. Seattle does indeed lose their challenge. Each side only one left. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike for Rocchio. Now we're at 0-1. Now the pitch. And they are doing the wave now. It's going to be, but it was a strike. Spires now in the bullpen. Oh, Seattle's challenging the call as they should. I think I agree with that. Yep, that's a strike. Cleveland tried to challenge the call. Ron the Diddy, how you doing? Now we're at 0-2. Now the 0-2 pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. Way outside for a ball. Guardians are out of challenges. Now we're at 1-2. The pitch. It's going to be 2-2. Ron the Diddy, I'm going to say under 40 home runs, but I still think he'll go above 30 home runs. Now it's 2-2. Now the pitch. Way up high for a ball, and it's 3-2, and Luzardo has absolutely no control. Now it's going to be 3-2. Yeah, it looks like Denali left, Josh, right? Now we're at 3-2. Now the 3-2 pitch. Way inside. That's going to be ball 4. And I think if I were you, Dan Wilson, I think I would bring in the lefty. Only Pete Woodworth is coming out. Absolutely no control at all. It's going to be Stephen Kwan up to the plate, and it's not going to get any easier. I can tell you that. Now the pitch. Way up high for a ball. I'm telling you, Dan Wilson, what are you waiting for? Get him out. Get him out. Get him out. It's just not working. And very dangerous, the pitch. And now here's going to be a liner, and that is going to drop in for a base hit. That is going to score in the run, the throw to the plate, and the throw. What are you doing? Absolutely no one's paying attention. And now Cleveland has now taken a 3-2 lead. Yeah, Stephen Kwan, they're playing all the small ball. That's what matters. J-Rom. Oh, now, Dan Wilson, you freaking idiot. Oh, now Dan Wilson pulls. Dan Wilson, you are such a... Dan Wilson, you are such a idiot. Why would you leave Bizarro in when he was literally just walking? You should have brought in Gabe Spire. What about the lefty-lefty matchup? What about the analytics? Bizarro was... It just wasn't working. It clearly wasn't working for Bizarro. And we are back from the break. Don't you mean J-Rod? No, you don't know that. Oh, stop it. Typical Mariners fans. What are you talking about? Gabe Spire's now on the mound. Mariners are still broken from 2022. I wouldn't really say that. I'm pretty sure we got over it by now. And now the pitch. Way up high for a ball, and that's going to be ball one. Now the pitch. It's going to be a foul ball. It's going to be De La Tour. The Lauder is up to the plate right now. Got 6 people on Twitch and 6 people on YouTube. Who's J-Rom? Now we're at 1-1. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball right to Naylor. He goes to first, and that's going to be in time. And it is time for the 7th inning stretch. All right, time to sing. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back, so let's root for the Mariners. If they don't win, it's a shame. It's already a shame. They're losing. And why did Dan Wilson keep in Bizardo? For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Wait, did Pettigrew light the beacons? Hello, hello. Oh no, said we gotta go. No. Louie. Oh, but hey, said we gotta go. A fine little girl, she waiting for me. No, she's not. Catch up, ship across the sea. And I'll ship all alone. We never think how I'll make it home. A Louie. No. All right. Let me know when the beacons of Amordin is lit. And we are back from the break. Are they doing Sweet Caroline now for the 7th inning stretch? Please tell me they're not. And we got a lefty on the mound. Eric Sabrowski is now the guy. The beacon of Amordin is lit. Oh, wait. The beacons are lit. Gondor calls for aid.
And Rohan will send its thoughts and prayers.
Muster the Rohirrim.
We're just going to send thoughts and prayers. Good thoughts.
Ron the Diddy, that's for Josh. Whatever you do not click on it, please. But Ron the Diddy, the Cleveland man. How are your Browns doing? I feel bad for them. The 1-1. And by the way, Ryan Bliss is now on the mound because they yanked your favorite player, Dom Canzone.
And then, later on, there was that one guy swinging at the balls in the dirt. He got that Canzone energy.
Vibes. It's going to be 1-2 on Ryan Bliss. And now the pitch. And check swing, did he go? He did go, and that's going to be strike 3. And goodbye, Ryan Bliss.
Whenever it's bad, you could be the Angels today, where they gave up 6 unearned runs. Yeah.
Did the Astros win at least?
Yes, they did.
That's good.
Finally.
Wait, good for you? Bad for me?
It's good for everyone. When
is it?
America wins.
Oh, you.
Do you want to be like Denali, Ron?
Denali,
like
the
Denali?
pitch. Low for a ball for Cal Raleigh.
Because I think I scared Denali off.
Denali. Just has to be so angry.
I'm all like, you dodged the question.
The pitch. And that is a foul ball again.
So close.
Cal Raleigh's at least making good contact, but he got a single, don't get me wrong, but still could do better. And I have just confirmed that I will be back for tomorrow's game at 4:15. The pitch. And that is way low for a ball. That's going to be 3-1. So he's actually being patient this time. Astros are a bunch of cheaters, he says.
Yeah. Well,
you get that all the time, don't you?
Don't be like Denali.
Denali. He's a bro. Now we're at 3-1. And ball 4, take your base. Cal Raleigh gets on base for a walk. He's actually playing better today.
Yeah. He's not striking out like 50 billion times.
I know.
But I'm all like, there are only 2 people who are on the 2017 squad. Well, no, now it's 3. It went back up to 3. I still forget McCullers is sometimes on there, but...
now here's Julio, now the pitch. And a swing and a miss, and you saw that lazy swing, and that's going to be strike 1.
That's a Julio swing.
Very Julio swing. Swings anything but the strike zone. Batting 267. That was last season, actually. Why did I even read that? He's actually now batting 0.
That's why you read that. It's because he's batting 0.
Absolute 0.
He has a 182 OPS. Ooh.
We're at 0-1. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that was actually a meatball this time. He usually hits those, and it's worse. It was a 94.
And it was in the strike zone.
Let's see if he does it again. Now we're at 0-2 for Julio. Now the pitch, and that's going to be a foul ball.
At least he fought that one off.
Now we're at 0-2. Now the pitch. And that's going to be foul ball again. On deck would be Josh Naylor, but he hasn't really amounted to much either.
But I would rather have Josh Naylor there.
Oh, look at that. And he's wearing the fairy. Now he's going to get all that grease all over his head.
No.
Now we're at 0-2.
You need all that,
Now the pitch. And that's going to be popped up into center field. Easily fieldable by Quan, and he makes the catch, and that's going to be 2 away. Absolutely embarrassing outing by the Mariners.
The same without his Mariners helmet.
He is really not the same. He really misses that helmet, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Maybe he wants to wear my hat. I don't think he likes it.
No! Helmet.
No! And that's going to be, I think that was a foul ball. And that's going to be strike 1.
Is the helmet okay? In your
it seems that in Rooftop's anger, he broke it. He couldn't have. It was alive. I felt it.
No!
Now it's 0-1. And now the pitch. Oh, that was a throwback, and that nearly hit Naylor. Yeah, there's no way you're going to take that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, not to the head. Do not take those to the head. Next thing you know, you may even forget what your own name is if you took that to the head.
Well, you could be like one of the players. The reason why the spitball doesn't exist anymore is because he took a ball right to the head because he couldn't see it.
With saliva. Now the pitch.
Yeah.
Up high for a ball. It's going to be 2-1.
Apparently hit him so badly that the ball actually went to the third baseman.
What?
Yes. And he died shortly after.
What?
Yes.
Now 2-1. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike 2.
Because it was kind of at the twilight hour, and I want to say he was on Cleveland's team at the time, and they I don't think they had stadium lighting at that moment, and it was at that moment where some things get a bit foggy, and the ball was just super dark because of all the spit and the fact that back then they didn't replace the baseball unless it went out of the park, and even then they would sometimes go and find what fan grabbed it and take it from them.
Now we're at 2-2, and now the pitch. Low for a ball, but Cal Raleigh's not running. But now he can take off if he pleases.
Yeah.
He is definitely going to steal. Rosarena's on the deck. If Naylor can prolong this inning. As now we're at 3-2 for Josh Naylor. Now the pitch. And that's going to be ball 4. Take your base. And Cleveland can't challenge it anymore either.
Even if they had challenged it, ABS would have sided with the ump.
This offense is a joke. There's nothing enjoyable about watching this team. And for 1 second, I thought he was going to say, I thought it said watching the stream.
There's nothing enjoyable watching this stream. Why is there?
It's the same crap game after game. Rooftop complaining about everything. This offense is all or nothing every single year. And yeah. And Josh Naylor tried to challenge it. I think he thought it was going to be strike 3.
Oh, that would have been funny. Seattle loses their final challenge on ball 4.
On themselves. They challenge themselves.
I don't want to challenge.
All right, let's do a story. I'm using my tablet to post stories because the signal's always shoddy. Something's wrong with this tablet, I guess. All right, what should I say? I should say, well, we got 2 men on with 2 outs. Randy Rosarena is up to the plate. What can possibly go wrong?
I'm all like, if you can just get past a Rosarena, you might actually have a chance.
I wish Dom Canzone was up so I could show our most iconic video between us.
You gotta love these guys.
Yeah, the fact that an Astro fan says, you gotta love these guys. I almost want to do this. I almost want, if I ever make a you gotta love these guys video, because there was a montage where they're like, you gotta love these guys. You gotta love these guys. Like, they go to all these fans. I want you to be the last one just for the funny and be like, you gotta love these guys.
Because it was hilarious, because it just wasn't going great, and you gotta love these guys. I'm
probably gonna risk a copyright.
Oh my god! What? I'm wearing an Astros jersey, an Astros hat, and an Astros flag back here. I must be an Astros fan. I love that comment. Why do you have an Astros jersey?
Because he's an Astros fan. That's the best way to explain it. Now the pitch, and that is a strike.
Cool thing was at a resale shop the other day, I actually found a it was a Sports Illustrated issue, and it was the one that they did, I want to say it was 2014 or 2015, where they announced that the Astros were going to be the 2017 World Series champions.
Yes, they did predict that when they were garbage at the time.
Yeah.
They knew the talent, the pitch.
It was
outside, and that almost got away. I actually have the video of where this whole you gotta love these guys came from. It was based on the 1996 Seattle Mariners. They made their own videotape applauding themselves with their record offense, but they will not admit the fact that they missed the playoffs. 2-1, and that is a strike, and it's down to the final strike for this inning. Rosarena's got to come up with something big.
You got to get past Randy, because then you would have Donovan, and I'd rather have Donovan coming up at this moment.
No. It's going to be 2-2, and now the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball to third base. The throw to first, and look at that hustle by Randy Rosarena. Isn't that great?
He was doing this as he ran, keeping his pose.
No hustle at all. Pathetic. All right, are you ready to watch this montage? You gotta love these guys.
Yeah.
It's like a 60-second thing. All right, you might cringe, but I don't think you've seen it yet.
96.
You gotta love these
Oh,
guys.
girls!
You gotta love these guys. You gotta love these guys.
Gloria Estefan, baby. They totally took her song from the 96 Olympics. Oh, and by the way, that's like a whole 30 seconds worth of copyright right there.
Oh, you gotta love these guys. Definitely a product of its era.
Do you think anyone would dare me to put you as you gotta love these guys at the very last?
No, just holding up my flag and stuff.
Oh my gosh!
Guys.
And I'll be like,
funny.
And I'll be like, Josh, you just had to ruin it, didn't you?
No.
No, I won't say that at the very end.
Multiple Astros jerseys hanging up behind me.
Dipoto has built the lineup where it's streaky as they come. Yeah, he builds that lineup as if they are in the Kingdom.
Well, yeah, I'm like, if this was the Kingdom, or it was just even a slightly, like, it had some part of it that was hitter friendly, they would be perfectly fine.
Yeah, I mean, and not to blame T-Mobile Park. It's just the hitters that the philosophy that they're putting on.
Built your lineup poorly. You should have a lot more. You
contact hitters,
power hitters, or you need contact. You cannot be telling these guys, "Oh, always swing for power."
And someone tell Randy Rosarena to hustle, because he really did not hustle on that one. Now the 1-0. And that's going to be a foul ball.
Unless you get word from MLB that they're going to bring back those juice baseballs that they did in 2019 that were insane.
I thought it was 2020 because everyone was roided that season. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a liner and foul. 2020 would have been an interesting year to open a YouTube channel.
Yeah, that would have been interesting. Or, for baseball and juice baseballs, the year that Mark McGwire broke the record and they cut it open and it had it had 2 cores in it. You're all like, what? Why does the baseball have 2 cores?
By the way, I thought I'd make a special announcement after this pitch. Now the 1-2 pitch. And that's going to be popped up to center field. Who's got it? Julio makes the catch. Lost 206 is actually Chad. We have our celebrity. And Chad,
gosh.
And Chad, I have a special treat for you after this, and I think you have the idea of what it is. Maybe you can call after this channel and be like,
World Series, baby! Let's go! Let's go!
For the love of everything, can we please win the World Series?
It is nice to have, a jersey with a patch on it. But,
okay, I'm not looking.
And it's the 2022 one, nice.
Yeah, by courtesy of Scott Service, right? Robbie Ray against Rodon Alvarez.
And that's what I meant by the Mariners are still broken. They don't want to do that matchup. They're all like, we did it that time with Jordan, and Jordan broke us.
Yeah, now here's a ground ball, and that would be a foul ball.
Though I will say it is a shame, because I don't know if they actually changed this back, but I think when Fanatics was making these jerseys, they don't have actual patches on them anymore. They're very much like cheaper forms of these letters, which these letters don't go all the way through.
1-2. That's going to be outside for a ball.
Oh my gosh. We need him. We need that Hall of Famer.
Also, I'm very puzzled why they pulled Gabe Spire. Now the pitch. That's going to be a foul ball. He only did 3 pitches, and now Dan Wilson's just burning through. Just burns through everyone.
Waste, and also, in a way, it might be detrimental because you basically warmed up a pitcher to just get 1 out.
Yeah, it's not. I don't think that's a winning strategy. 2-2. That's going to be a foul ball. I mean, there's no reason to save your relief pitchers for tomorrow. You know what to say. My saying is F tomorrow. Get it. How about today? Win today, not tomorrow. The word tomorrow is a very poisonous word. Now it's 2-2. Now the pitch. Especially when you have people saying tomorrow. And the last set of people you want to hear from saying tomorrow are contractors. If you hear the word tomorrow from them too often, that's a huge red flag. Now we're at 2-2, and now the pitch. That's going to be a ball.
It makes me think of a story of tomorrow. It wasn't exactly tomorrow, but it was next win, essentially. So Sonic, this was years ago, Used to have a
Hold
promotion.
on, we got a 3-2, and now here's the pitch. Check swing. Does he go? He does go, and that's going to be strike 3, and that's going to be 2 outs. Continue your story, kid.
So they had a promotion that if the Texans won that next Tuesday, you could go and get free Texan slushies. And literally they started 2-0. We didn't, and that second week we thought about getting it and we didn't. And my dad said, "Oh, that's fine. We'll just get it with next win. That should be next week." Fun fact, we went 2-14 for the rest of the season. We went 2-14 the entire season, and we started 2-0. And they stopped the promotion after that. So we never got Texans.
1-0. And check swing, he did not go.
So that's why you never say, "Oh, we'll just get it next time," because next time might not happen.
Oh, yeah, just like the words, "Oh, there's always next year." Oh, no, there's no next year.
Yeah, there's always next
pitch.
year.
Like what Mariners fans say. And by the way, 3-0 for Fry right now. Casey Legumina is already jacked up at 16 pitches just as soon as you blink an eye.
Yeah. And
now the 3-0, and that's going to be a strike. By the way, I just got tickets to watch Mario for Easter Sunday, 7 p.m.
Ooh.
Now the pitch, foul ball. It's going to be 3-2.
Did you see the announcement that Glenn Powell is playing Star Fox?
Oh, boy. Oh, there's going to be a Star Fox movie?
Well, no. Star Fox is in the Mario Galaxy movie.
Oh, fire. Let's do this, baby.
Yeah. No. How funny would it be if they just go, "Do a barrel roll"?
Oh, no, it's going to be a fly ball to left field, and that's going to drop in.
Oh,
and that's going to be a ground rule double.
That could have been bad.
It really could have, and it should have. And now, maybe if we had Gabe Spire on this, it probably would have been over by now.
Hey, you know what it was? The Marine layer saved the home run.
Yeah, that's why I don't complain about Marine layer that much. All right, where am I?
Poor Dan Marino. Or tell that to J.J. Watt. There's always next year that we could finally make an AFC championship game. He never made an AFC championship game.
Now here's Dan Schneemann. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss. Oh, tell that to Dan Marino. Oh, yeah. Tell it to Barry Sanders, Charles Barkley, Chris Webber. Tell it to all of them.
Yeah.
Now we're at 0-1. Now the pitch. Low for a ball.
Or tell that to Craig Biggio.
What very much concerns me is, why did Dan Wilson pull Gabe Spire after just 3 pitches? Now we have Casey Legumina, who has a man on second base and is racking up 16 pitches. You're wasting them.
Yeah. Craig Biggio, who got
1-1.
shot.
Yep, one shot.
And
with Roger Clemens still hanging around.
Well, yeah, because he might have had some help.
Yeah, a little help. Yeah, you're right.
But it was his wife who gave it to him. He didn't take it. It was his wife who did it.
Now here's a ground ball. That's going to be right to Cole Young. Throw to first. It's going to be in time, and that's going to retire the side. And they get out of this inning. Now it's going to be Brendan Donovan going to be up to the plate.
Yeah, you got 2 guys coming up that should get you some offense.
You would think.
Here. Donovan and Robles.
Yeah, Robles. He is 2 for 3, though.
2 for 3, yeah. So he's better than most of the other hitters right now.
Pretty much.
Or another, there's always next year. Nolan Ryan only won one World Series, and he never won a Cy Young.
Ken Griffey Jr. Tell that to Ken Griffey Jr.
Yeah. And even that World Series that Nolan Ryan won, that was at the beginning of his career with the Mets.
Yeah, when it didn't really matter that much. to
Like
him,
he hadn't
maybe.
become
Well, it did.
Nolan Ryan yet.
Yeah, that's when the Mets thought he was just a whatever.
Yeah, and the Mets then after that were kicking themselves.
Yeah, they were.
Just as the Astros owner was kicking himself after he let Nolan Ryan walk for just $1 million.
Now I have 12 people on this show. Very nice.
Yeah.
More people are getting interested, or because it's a close game.
It is a close game. Hey,
Still on commercial break. Oh, we're back from the break, and now here is Brendan Donovan up to the plate.
And Dan, here's a good
pitch.
example of a pitcher staying in.
And that is 0-1. Oh yeah, lost. Chad, I forgot. I gotta play that video after this inning. We're at 0-1 for Brendan Donovan, and now the pitch. That's gonna be a swing and a miss. Do you mean stream all the Mariners games, or you mean me streaming? Because if it's streaming all the Mariners games, that ain't gonna happen. The best I can do is just provide my voice. That's really it.
Though if it's just going with the games like this, the goal is 100. Though I won't be at all of them.
Yeah, it's gonna be 1-2. Goal is 100, yeah, for sure. Now the pitch, low for a ball. That's gonna be 2-2.
Now, looking at Donovan versus Armstrong, he's 1 for 1.
We'll see. He's 2 for 3 today. And now the 2-2 pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. Yeah, I can't. Copyrights. I can't do it without written consent by Major League Baseball. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to get in trouble. Now we're 2-2. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. I guess they're now teaching him how to strike out.
Well, it was fun while it lasted.
Yeah, when he was having a very good start.
What? Why are we taking Victor out? Why would we take Victor out? What?
They want Raleigh because of the matchups.
I'm all like, he was 2 for 3.
Yeah, but Robles doesn't really do well against the lefties, I guess. Or no, he does. And now here's the pitch to Raleigh. They want to see if they can get some pop out of Will Raleigh.
Rivas, then, if you were trying to get good matchups.
Well, yeah, but Rivas he's a shortstop, so you can't put Luke Raley at shortstop either.
Yeah, there is
the 1-0. It's gonna be a ball.
I wouldn't have done that move there.
Luke Raley is now at 2-0 so far. Now the pitch.
Oh.
And that's going to be outside for a ball, 3-0. So maybe it might be worth it.
I will say, very lucky that Cleveland spent their ABS challenges, because 2 of those would have been strikes.
3-0. And ball 4, take your base. Now we got a man on first. But the problem is Leo Rivas is up, and he's only batting 143. I'm all ready to take a break from the Mariners, and this season just started.
Yeah, we're on game 3.
Oh, man, we love this. Don't we love this guy?
You got to love these guys.
You know what I said? What I would have said back then? You got to hate these guys. Now it is Rivas up to the play against Armstrong. He's got a chance to be hero. Not really. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike 1.
A blind squirrel does find a nut.
Which he did against the Cardinals that other time. And that was the one where you spoil it, where you're like...
Yeah, sorry.
And now it is 0-1 the pitch, and that is low for a ball. And I really want the Mariners to win just so I can show you my outro. I made a new one.
And also with a win there, be tied for first.
Yeah, and now it is 1-2 against Rivas. Has a very good chance to strike out, personally. Now we're at 1-2, the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball, double play ball, throw to second, and the throw to first in time for the double play. And I think this is the perfect time to show Chad the video.
My point is it's across all Seattle sports. It's this idea, like people pleading 3-4 years ago to bring back Ichiro when Ichiro was like 93 years old. I'm like, no, I do not want to bring back Ichiro. Like Griffey when he's got a walker out there and he gives you a single every 60 games. Like the list goes on and on. Like people crying, like Haniger comes back, and you think that we just signed a Hall of Famer. Like he was injured all of last year. He's like 33 years old. We trade for him, give up on Robbie Ray, which whatever, and all of a sudden, I swear, all of Twitter was like, "World Series, baby! Let's go! Let's go!" He was a negative WAR player for them last year, but because we love Hanny, baby. He's going to come and save the Mariners.
He will save the Mariners. Griffey with his walker.
Yeah, and you could add even more there. Like, 100-year-old Jamie Moyer,
What about Ichiro when he's 93 years old?
Or Randy Johnson, in his suit, just coming out in a suit.
I wonder if Chad has something to say after this game. Hey, Chad, if you want to get on, I'll send you the link after this game, and you can just go off and on and say, World Series, baby.
or
you are our most legendary fan.
Griffey Sr. out there as well with his walker.
Oh, World Series, baby.
So then they can do a father-son duo again.
And what's the chances they'll hit a home run as a father-son duo?
Hey, if they did that, oh my God, they should have just never gotten rid of them.
Nope. They made history. Now we are back from the break, and now it's Wilcox.
Most likely never to be replicated.
No.
Because that was just a really,
rare moment.
A million chance.
Now it's 0-1, and that's going to be a foul ball. When did the Seahawks play? I know what he means. I really know what he means. This fan base, man, drives me crazy. The most delusional.
No.
I think this guy is due for a vent.
Yeah.
Come on in. Oh, no. We needed Chatio.
No. If you really didn't like football, you could have just rephrased it as, when do the Sonics come back?
Yeah. Dude, I was like that. Like, even when Mariners won games last year, I was like, when are the Sonics back? It gets worse. At Mariners games, fans were chanting Seahawks when the Mariners were losing. That's brutal. And now it's going to be popped up to center field. Julio was there. And he makes the catch.
Or there was at the beginning of last season where there was those fans who literally had painted on their back, sell the team.
Yes. That was a great one, too.
Yeah. I hope that doesn't go away just because they had a very successful season, because that's what ownership is probably hoping, is that people aren't upset.
Oh, I'm still not happy. I'm not satisfied from last season. Yeah, they made the ALCS, but we're all about trying to get to the World Series, baby. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike.
At least do it before the MLB eventually expands, because that would just be sad.
I know.
Have new teams in that can share in your stat of teams that haven't made a World Series yet.
And we got a strikeout by Wilcox, 96-mile-an-hour fastball. So I must admit that he has a really nice arm.
Yeah.
And now the pitch. And that was a replay. Always blooping all the time.
Yeah. Though I will say I can't, use the excuse of when the comments coming back because the Houston comments are, well, they're coming back. So
hey, they did hit the algorithm quite a bit last night. And here's a fly ball to left field, and that should be a foul ball. Well, I mean, it's kind of funny. You kind of figured it was happening. So because you were watching that thing like a hawk. Like
well,
you
yeah,
kind of figured it was going to happen because the Connecticut comment, like, no disrespect to Connecticut, but I think they're more invested in UConn anyway.
Well, and also it's kind of weird to have a team in Connecticut of places. Like it would make more sense if you had it like Boston or something like that. And I don't even know if Boston has a WNBA team or not.
They don't. They never have.
It was just weird that it was in Connecticut of all places.
Yeah, out of all teams.
Yeah.
Now here's going to be a ground ball to Wilcox and the toss over the first in time. Last try for the Mariners. I wonder what can motivate the Mariners. What video should we use to motivate them? World Series baby or Dom Canzone or Josh Naylor? Ah!
Josh Naylor.
And now here is the pitch. And a swing.
All 5 pitches were out of the strike zone. Literally, if he had just stood there with the bat on his shoulder, the game would be over.
Are you serious? Oh, don't we love Chad? Have a good night, dudes. I'm about to crash. Hashtag Mariners suck.
Oh.
Love this guy. Gotta love this guy. Well, it is the bottom of the 9th inning. Last try for the Mariners. Who
Nate
up?
Smith
It's
is
going to be
in.
Cole Young, Ryan Bliss, and Cal Roll. Yeah, we're doomed.
Well, we could see something.
Nah.
We could, because
Nah.
I don't think Smith is any, he's not on the same level as Class A. And Class A, unfortunately got himself thrown in jail.
Yeah, because he's a bro.
Yeah.
Fugazi fans. What? Who is this guy? I do have a lot of people, though. Don't get me wrong. Like 11 people. I'm okay with that. For a Saturday night, that's pretty good considering that people are out. I mean, this is my Saturday night activity.
Earlier, it was like, 6 people on?
Yeah. Like last year, I was like maybe 6, maybe 10 at most.
Yeah.
But then last year on the season debut, it was like almost 30 on opening day. That was a really good turnout. Cole Young is now up to the plate. What can they do? As the odds are definitely against the Mariners, as they're going to have to go up against Cade Smith. He's not Class A, but he can still do something to pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball.
And the thing was with the Suns, the other thing that hurt them is the fact is New York has a team, and New York's not that far away. So it just made no sense that there was a team in Connecticut.
Now the 0-1. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Houston, glad that we're going to, somewhere out there, Tina Thompson's celebrating.
And I imagine when the team moves in and they have a big celebration for it, because they will.
1-1. Low for a ball. Hey, you and I could be sworn enemies for Seattle Storm and Houston Comet. Now I got to go to a Houston Comet game for the Seattle Storm.
Now, how funny would it be, even though this is not going to happen?
Now the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. That was a home run pitch. He couldn't even make contact. Okay, you were saying?
How funny would it be? Houston Comets come back and then they win it. for their
Yeah,
fifth one.
anything is possible. As now we're at
It
2-2.
I just don't think they will. But
2-2. Now here's going to be a line drive, and that's going to be a fair ball. That is going to be a fair ball, and Cole Young is going to go to second base. And what a leadoff hit for Cole Young. And now we get the tying run at second base. So this is essentially like an extra innings kind of situation. We have a man on base now, and Cole Young created it for himself.
Yeah.
That was a very nice hit by Cole Young.
Just hope that Bliss doesn't do something stupid that somehow gets him out.
Oh, Paul, Epic's Adventure. Said he rode the light rail. Tell me about it. Now here's, Bliss pushes it back. He's going to try to do the bunting. Honestly, this would have been a really good time to have Dom Canzone, which is why I was against doing that pinch hitting. But they're like, matchups. Now we're at 1-0 for Ryan Bliss.
Matchups.
Now the pitch. And he tried. Why did he bunt? He couldn't pull back in time. That was cringe. Cal Raleigh's on deck. Cal Raleigh can make a big hit, and that will get Cole Young in. Yeah, of course it's crowded. It's the first day. Everyone's on a high. Now we're at 1-1. Now the pitch, and he pulls it back, and that's going to be 2-1. Well, that light rail needed to happen because we're getting too close to the World Cup, so it was really cutting it close. And boy, did they keep bleeding our money to death on that project. SC3 situation is even worse, if you're aware, Paul. Now we're at 2-1. Now he's going to try to bunt. And, clearly, the Mariners don't practice bunting. That's more than evident. As I snapped off the wire off my headset.
Chat with Epic bunting coach Martin Maldonado.
Mariners clearly don't practice. Another pitch. And a swing and a miss. Strike 3.
At least he didn't try to bunt.
Yeah. I'm just tweeting out there that I'm going to put out a story. We got Cal Raleigh up on the plate.
Yeah.
Mariners clearly don't practice bunting, don't they? Now here's Cal Raleigh up to the plate, has a chance to be hero of the pitch, and that's just missing it for a ball. One big hit from Cal Raleigh or any kind of a hit that can get Cole Young in with his feet. Yeah, Cleveland could have really used one.
Yeah, because
Cal Raleigh has the opportunity. Now the pitch, way outside for a ball. A couple people are noticing that.
Just imagine.
A couple people are noticing my tweet saying Mariners clearly don't practice their bunts, which they really don't. Now we're at 2-0.
Most people don't these days.
No, bunting's a dead part of the game. Now it is 2-0. Swing and a miss. Why? Why would you swing at that? Make it a tie game and overtime. Come on, let's go to extra innings. Let's go. Now we're at 2-1. I can't even look at the screen. And now here's 2-1 pitch. Low for a ball 3. But the problem is if Cal Raleigh walks, that means Julio Rodriguez will be up to the plate. And we all know how that goes.
Julio, the double play king.
Now it's going to be 3-1. It's going to be 3-1 for Cal Raleigh. Here it is. And now here is the pitch. And that's a strike. And I don't think no, he can't really ABS it.
Well, and also it would be foolish to ABS it because it would.
No, I wouldn't have. Oh, I think he's going to ABS it. No, he's not. He's just calling time. It was just right up in the corner. But that was a really good pitch.
Oh, no.
Raleigh's shoes, that's cringe. You see that? Raleigh's shoes. Because now we're at 3-2 for the big dumper, Cal Raleigh. Not even looking at the scoreboard. And now here's the pitch. And a swing and a miss, strike 3. And that is 10 strikeouts or 9 strikeouts on Cal Raleigh. And now we have 2 outs, and it's now up to Julio Rodriguez. And it's up to him. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's going to end well.
No, you know what it makes me think of? the Astros that one time. Move! No!
Yep. Oh, you saw it? You remember that?
That was a great video.
And the Mariners like, no! And then he's like, come on, get out of here. I wonder if I still have that. It's going to be 1-0 for Julio Rodriguez, the pitch. What are you doing, Julio? That literally was hitting the dirt.
He's got that Dom Canzone energy.
Julio is so painful to watch. Now it's going to be 1-1. All you have to do is just poke a single. Now the pitch, he literally cannot do anything. I'm just going to say, Julio, just hit a single. Please. No homer needed. Now we're at 1-2. Mariners are down to the final strike. It all comes down to this. 1-2 count. He's got his signs, and now here's the pitch. And now here's the line drive. And it's a base hit. And here comes Cole Young. And the Mariners are back in business. They have tied the game on a 2-strike, 2-out RBI single by Julio Rodriguez. Unbelievable. I asked him to do it. He must have saw my tweet. And he's like, okay, I got you.
Yeah,
barely.
What? He's wearing Google Glass out there?
Oh, my goodness. What just happened? I got to celebrate by putting it on the story.
Well, you know, Julio
Rodriguez just tied the game.
He needed to be here.
And now here's Josh Naylor up to the plate. And the throw to first. And that is not in time. And Mariners again are back in business. And how about that? I have 21 people watching this because nobody can afford TV right now. And now here is Josh Naylor. He's 0 for 3. Now the pitch. Way outside, that gets away. And Julio, the second base, maybe consider running the third base. He could have run a third base. Third baseman wasn't even covering.
Yeah, should have ran to third base.
He should have ran that mofo.
Get yourself in the best situation to win. In worst case, you go to extras.
You go to extras, man. Which you don't really want to do necessarily. Now we're at 1-0 because we're tied right now, so you just want to win it now.
Yeah. Though it would be fitting for today's game because so many games today went to extras.
Sounds about right. And now we're at, nothing's going on right now.
At least the Astros are no longer a part of the Ofer group. Because that was pretty bad.
I almost want to type thanks for continuing to wear the Astros gear. That's because he's an Astros fan.
Yeah.
He's the best one I know. I still wish, if only, there's a lot of what ifs between us. The Jordan home run and the Hector Neris taunting. What could have been?
Oh, the Jordan home run.
There is a Rosarena up high for a ball.
It would have been great because my friend who's a Mariners fan, I'd stopped watching the game at that point.
Hold on, we got 1-0 the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that is strike one.
And I literally texted him, like, man, your team did really well today. Congratulations, you did good. And then I'd been glancing at the score, and then I noticed this.
Now the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike two.
And I just then sent a bunch of F-bombs to him, like, what just happened?
Now we're at 1-2. And now here's the pitch. And just outside for a ball. As we're at 2-2.
Hey, I've always been an Astros.
Now,
some people might
the 2-2 pitch. And that's a foul ball. And by the way, I just realized that they walked Josh Naylor, which is why Randy Rosarena's up to the plate, because they don't want to give the ball to him.
I would rather try to make Randy beat you than.
Yeah, I know. It was a very smart move.
Especially since Donovan's after Randy and you don't want Donovan.
Now we're at 2-2. And now the pitch. Low for a ball. That nearly hit Randy. I think he was thinking about getting himself hit.
I would have taken one for the team there. Especially
Now we're
since
at
it would
3-2.
hit like a foot or something like that.
3-2 it is. And now the pitch. And now here's going to be a blooper, and that's going to be caught by the center fielder. And we are going into extra innings. Extra innings, baby. Extra innings, baby. Well, the Josh Naylor thing kind of worked.
Yeah. Well, I'm all like, Josh Naylor, while, yeah, right now he's not doing great, I wouldn't take that risk.
Yeah, I mean, it was a smart move. I mean, there's no doubt about that.
Now it's surged up to 25 people.
Yeah, 25-24. People are really coming on. Oh, you know what I got to do for the next video? I got to do that Squidward spare change. Spare change, anyone? For SpongeBob, where he was homeless. That's like another way of like saying, donate to Rooftop Sports. Spare change.
Don't forget to like and subscribe and donate.
I think I'm going to try to make it right now because I have so many people.
Well, the pitcher for the Mariners coming in is Munoz.
All right, I'm going to see if I can make it real fast. Like really, really fast. I'm going to try to get it by the end of the show, depending how long this game goes.
Hey, it could go 18 innings.
Oh, you just have to come up with that sting word, don't you? Only the Joshie would do that.
Hey, it's a weird fact that it's only happened a few amount of times, and that literally in several occasions, it's literally been the Astros and the Dodgers who have done it multiple times. That's the weird thing about it.
Now we have Andre Munoz on the mound. Like, they're bringing the closer because they're doing it because, and now here's going to be a bunt attempt, and it's going to go down the line. And I don't think there's going to be a play to throw to and it gets away, and the runner is going to score. Awful throw by Brendan Donovan, and now Cleveland has now a 4-3 lead.
Man, Quan just put down a beautiful bunt there.
That was a really beautiful bunt. It's almost like you just wanted him to eat it.
Well, and the fact that Quan himself, like, he's not a slow runner since he's the center fielder. So, yeah, I don't get the idea of throwing it there.
He was desperate. And, well, here's my other thing. I think what pitchers need to do, or what teams need to do on extra innings, just intentionally walk. At least give yourself a chance for a double play. Or let alone a triple play, even better.
Hey, Denali, you dodged the question. I'm going to ask you again. So, how do you feel about that trade for Josh Fields, where you send us Yordan Alvarez?
He's going to say, well, at least we won 2 World Series.
I'm all like, actually, in that transaction, you handed the Astros 2 World Series rings. So, thank you.
Now the pitch. And that is going to be a strike.
Denali, we've also talked about this. Oh, and Cleveland just used their I think they just used their ABS because I guess for extra innings, each inning you get a new.
Yeah, they get another one. Yeah, they want to give them another chance.
Which at that point, okay, I actually get the idea there of using it because you just keep getting more, but you only get more if you.
And did he go? He did not. Now here's going to be a fly ball drilled to left field. Forget about that one.
You again.
A 2-run home run for Chase De La Tour, and he has now 4 home runs in the season. And you can safely say that this ball game is pretty much over at this point. I mean, there's really no way back for the Mariners.
I only support teams that win the right way. Huh.
Well, I mean, Dodgers still had to spend many years building that foundation, though. Like without Bellinger, without
Seager, $2 billion? Ooh, but again, Denali, you're still dodging the question. It's a simple question.
Oh, man, this is just brutal.
Well,
and yet I still have 22 Mariners fans on here.
For Munoz here, it's the classic closer in a non-save situation. I don't know why. It's a weird mental thing that closers, for whatever reason, when it's a non-save situation, they get like the yips.
They do.
Like, they're great when their team has a 1-run lead, but then as
here's
soon
going
as
to be a ground ball right to Naylor, and he'll step onto the bag.
More than a 3-run lead, they literally just don't know how to pitch, it seems like.
And where was Jose Ferrer? Why isn't he pitching? That's what I want to know.
He might be, if they make it to the 11th inning, he might be the 11th inning guy.
Yeah. I also have the video available. I actually just made it because I'm very depressed. Now the pitch, and that's going to be a ball.
And yeah, also, I am surprised Munoz didn't walk DeLarder too.
Yeah.
Because he's been doing very well.
They're scared of Jose Ramirez, that's why.
But DeLarder, that was his 4th home run.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. You just thought, like, why didn't you walk him? That is
the
a
1-1.
Use the intentional
way
walk.
Up inside. You think the Dodgers can win 5 World Series?
You know, there's going to be a little thing that's going to be installed.
One,
the
cap space,
called the cap.
Oh, by the way, 12 Mariners fans just flew away, and they will fly away.
And bye baseball.
Goodbye base. How about this? And those Mariner fans will fly away. Goodbye, Mariners fans.
We'll bounce back next series.
Against the Yankees? Let's at least tie the series before we freak out. The 3-2. Now here's going to be a ground ball right to Cole Young. Throw to first in time.
Seattle.
Yeah, that's not going to it's in Seattle.
Okay, well.
Still, Mariners don't really... No, they don't really win against the Yankees. That's the problem.
Yeah, that there is the psyche thing, but you might have a chance. It's not like the Yankees in a playoff series against the Astros where they always pee their pants. They always they'll make it competitive, but as soon as it gets to a point where it winner take all, Yankees pee their pants. Did you know that they still haven't beat the Astros in a playoff series?
Now we're at 0-1, and now the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike 2. Now we're at 0-2. And now the pitch. And that's going to be low for a ball. It's going to be 1-2. By the way, this has not been a good streaming day for me because I also got to see, I woke up at 7 in the morning just to watch South Korea get humiliated 4-0.
Yeah, I saw that short about the coach.
And now it's going to be strike 3, swing and a miss, and that's going to retire the side. Oh my gosh, now it's down to 9 people or 11. They just gave up. And well, here's the thing. Well, I have 11 people here. Here's my request.
Spare change. Spare change, ma'am.
But yeah, so Randy will be on base, and it will be Donovan up first.
Yeah, he's been doing pretty good. And then after that's gonna be Luke, the Nuke Rayleigh, you would hope. He hasn't even disclosed how old he is yet.
Well, Denali, unless you convert yourself to an Angels fan, since we all know that's not going to happen.
This is pathetic. Yes, it is Reese Beast. Why else do you think I'm such a negative Mariners? Oh, it's now back to 15. Well, if it's back to 15 people, maybe I have a chance for this.
Spare change. Spare change, ma'am.
No. Don't be all doom and gloom. You might steal one. You might.
Maybe. You shouldn't discriminate. Okay, this person is clearly below 18. Here's the thing. You know why I'm not going to do it?
Oh, yeah, I'm very mature for my age. Yeah,
Here's the reason why I will not allow minors on. It's for your own safety.
Exactly.
I do not want to open Pandora's box.
Yeah, that is.
Plus, I work in childcare, and here's the thing. Never hug a kid. Just don't. Even if they want to, you run and you shield yourself.
Yeah.
Because let's say someone catches you from the wrong angle. Ooh, yeah.
Connor,
Every male counselor that I work with, they refuse to hug. Refuse. Oh, but Randy, what are you doing? Randy's just not paying attention.
he's all like, I'm Randy Rosarena. I hit a bunch of home runs in the 2020 playoffs. I'm so cool.
I'm so cool. And Cal Rowley's a joke. Now here's Brendan Donovan. Now here's the pitch. It's going to be outside for a ball. Randy.
Denali
really
did answer it. Like, the age alone.
Now the pitch. And that is a strike. And now it's going to be 1-2. And now the pitch to Donovan. Oh, he almost swung at that.
That would have been bad.
I'm afraid not, buddy.
Yeah.
Now it's 2-2. And now the pitch. And now here's going to be a fly ball to not so deep left center field. And he makes the catch, and tagging at second is Randy Rosarena. And the throw to third, he's going to be tagged out. No, he's safe.
Oh, that was lucky.
Yeah, Randy should have been out. I would challenge that if I were them.
Well, and while they might not have a challenge, they might actually ask the umps to do it, because the umps can still initiate a review if they want.
I think that's reviewable. Oh, no, he missed it. He missed it.
Okay.
But still not good.
Yeah. And, well,
now we
also,
got Nuke Rayleigh up to the plate.
You can kind of guess you can
Now
imply
the pitch. It's going to be outside for a ball. And it's going to be a swing and a miss. It's going to be 1-1 thus far. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a fly ball to deep right center field. Is that enough? That is gone. That is going to be the third home run for Luke Rayleigh. And the Mariners get within one run. It is now Cleveland 5, Cleveland 6, the Mariners 5. I wish it was 5. And Luke Rayleigh has At least, man, the Mariners just live and die by the home runs, literally.
Yeah, that's kind of like the one thing about this. I'm all like, it's great, but especially with some of the people coming up.
It's not looking good.
Yeah, because you got Rivas, Young, and Bliss.
And now here is Leo Rivas up to the plate. It's going to be up high for a ball. Now I have 19 people back on.
Spare change. Spare change, ma'am.
Can't help that. Now it's going to be 1-0.
The Mariners fans are running back to their seats.
Yeah. I guess they're fair weather fans. And now it's going to be 1-1. And now the pitch. Now here's going to be a liner and foul. Ask Josh if he thinks the Rockets are a poverty franchise. The Rockets traded for Kevin Durant, and they're still going to lose to the Lakers in the first round. I mean,
I'm all like, if it happens, it happens.
Dude, it's not that big of a deal, man. This guy,
like,
here's the thing. I respect this guy because at least he's passionate and he's willing to spam up my show. I'm okay with that. That's cool.
Yeah.
Just not to come on. If you're a minor, then forget it. Now the 1-2.
City as well.
94, 95.
Ever win it.
While upsetting a 60-22 Utah Jazz in 5 games, coming off a 3-1 deficit against the Phoenix Suns, and then beating up another 60-win team, the San Antonio Spurs. The pitch, up, swing, and a miss, strike 3. Isn't that funny?
Sweeping the Magic.
Yeah, sweeping the Magic. Jeez.
After the Magic made fun of Jordan. I love that story about 45 is not 23.
That did not age well.
Well, that is just a perfect Jordan story there.
Yeah, that story. That's why he missed the free throw on purpose, just to
just to make
now
it
the
45
pitch
was 23.
Yep, that's a very undertalk thing, isn't it? I mean, it's easy to forget because they swept them. Ready for some coin? Who's left? I'm faithful. Never leave my throne. The 1-0, and that is popped up, and that's gonna be strike 1.
Hey, at least it's not like you remember that one game where you had all that money that you would have won, and then the Mariners heard that and they're all like, yoink, we're going to steal that money away from you.
Oh, the back-to-back? Yeah, that was nice. Now it's going to be 1-1, and that's going to be a ball, and that's going to be 2-1. On deck is going to be Ryan Bliss. I really wish we did not put in Ryan Bliss. I'd rather have Canzone.
Oh, yeah, Canzone would have been perfect in this moment.
Now the 2-1. Now here's going to be a check swing foul, and the Mariners are down to their final strike.
At least with these fouls, they haven't, popped it up. Because that would be bad.
And now we're at 2-2. Now we're at 2-2. Let's do this. And now the 2-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss. Strike 3. And the ball game is over. Cleveland now takes the series 2-1. They are now at 2-1 lead. They have an opportunity to win the series 3-1 off of, first, it was just terrible bullpen by the Mariners. A great start wasted. A great start of Brian Wu wasted. Mariners on volatility of offense. At least they played some small ball, but man, that really bad throw by Brendan Donovan is really costing dearly.
And now you're tied back with the Astros.
Now we have to be back with you guys, huh?
Yeah. And then
it really hurts.
Hey, at least we aren't the A's who are 0-2.
Yeah, the A's. I still think they're a sleeper team, though. They just happen to be playing the Blue Jays.
Honestly, we'll have to wait and see, though. I imagine whenever they move to Vegas, because everyone's all like, oh, it might not happen. I'm all like, no, the MLB will literally force it to happen. Even if something falls through, they will force this to happen. the move to
I
make.
wonder if I can try to get some people to call in because we do have 14 people. Maybe they can just vent away. But until then, let me do this.
Spare change, ma'am.
I'm
Too
going
bad
to start.
Chad went to bed.
I would have definitely. Chad would have been perfect for this show.
Oh,
I'm even going to put in my rooftop number to see if people are going to chime in, and if they do chime in, that'd be great. So that way I can get people to vent. But yeah, Mariners. It was actually a pretty good start. They took a 2-0 lead off of some RBIs, a great RBI by Victor Robles with a double, and Rivas walked because of a wild pitch, and Rosarena scored. But then the 6th inning, that's where Brian Wu started to get into some trouble. And then the key moment that not you. No. I'm not going to let a minor in. I'm sorry. Anyone else? Jared, no, I can't let you in.
No.
Oh, I forgot. No, I can't.
Yeah, no.
I really can't. I can't let minors in. I got to protect you. He's like, ah! Oh, you know what? I think Chad's calling in. Let's just do this. I think we can just have him call in by doing this. Now, where's that clip? I need that clip. Where's that clip? I think I lost the clip. Here it
My
is.
point was it's across all Seattle sports. It's this idea, like people pleading 3-4 years ago to bring back Ichiro when Ichiro's like 93 years old. I'm like, no, I do not want to bring back Ichiro. Like Griffey when he's got a walker out there and he gives you a single every 60 games. Like the list goes on and on. Like people crying. Like Haniger comes back, and you think that we just signed a Hall of Famer. Like he was injured all of last year. He's like 33 years old. We trade for him, give up on Robbie Ray, which whatever. And all of a sudden, I swear, all of Twitter is like, World Series, baby! Let's go! Let's go! He was a negative WAR player for them last year, but because we love Hanny, baby, he's going to come and save the Mariners.
Jared's asking, why do Mariner fans care so much about the morality of players? Care to explain that a little bit? I want to get a better understanding of your question. And looks like no one's going to call into the show, but yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Well, it's like more just like kind of like good sport or something like that. Because the thing is that, and it's not just a Seattle thing, but you see that a lot in different fan bases all over. Like, for instance, a lot of the Houston fans typically care deeply about their players. And if the players kind of violate said trust, like Deshaun Watson, then they're all like, Deshaun Watson is dead to me.
Yeah. Oh, Deshaun Watson.
I'm all like, winning is, but the thing is that a lot of people like to root for their players, but they also like if the players kind of seem like a genuinely good guy, essentially. Like if the person's kind of a douchebag.
Well, here's my thing. Why is it's not only about the morality of players. Mariner fans also care about the morality of fans.
Yeah.
Oh, I think he's more talking about why our fans. Here's the thing, like the Mariner fans are like, you're so negative. How could you? But you're literally expressing negativity towards another fan. Like it's almost no different.
Yeah, but and also on Jared's point about Philly and New York fans, they take it to the far extreme. You can literally have just a few like bad games, and guess what? They act like you're like the spawn of Satan or something like that. Like think about Judge there for a bit. He had a bad like period, and they were actively booing him.
Keeps him in line.
It
But
does.
Mariner fans would never do that.
And very few fan bases would do that. Like Houston fans.
Oh, this one, I love that. I like this one. They put political attributes above winning. Actually, that is, unfortunately, that's true. Remember the Hector Neris situation where Seattle Times was literally trying to make up a story because they were desperate for clicks because they knew that the Mariners were pretty much out of the playoffs, so they had to make a little story out of it to make themselves look not as bad, to basically victimize themselves, which is why I did not like that, because I was like, okay, so we're going to just be distracted to the fact that we're on the brink of missing the playoffs, and yet you're going to be like, well, Hector Neris was mean to Julio.
Yeah, and had you actually, focused on the Texas series, you could have prevented Texas from making the playoffs.
Well, to be fair, someone tell me who is 747-231-0578. I just got to make sure it's not Denali because I'm not taking phone calls from minors. Whoever is 747-231-0578, I'll answer it. And that missed the call. All right, someone please identify yourself. I'm pretty sure it's Denali.
I would guess it's Denali. Well, what was the first part of that number?
747.
747. That's from California.
Yep, that's a Denali right there.
Yeah, and it's close to the LA area, so it's definitely Denali.
Yep, I'm sorry. I'm not taking calls from.
Yeah, I was all like, the area code would most likely make it Denali.
Yeah, I'm not going to take calls from minors. Knowing someone that works in childcare. Wait, you have someone calling you from an? Okay, I'm not going to read that. Man, but Jared really gets straight to the point. Like, these are, when you talk about Seattle fans, like these are Seattle fans that you don't really expect. Like when it comes to Seattle, you think of fans that are all about that. Like they take good vibes only to like a whole new level. Well, someone called me and I had to verify.
Yeah.
Oh, Brian Ferguson, I know. Let's Go Guards, like they play a good offense. I'll tell you that. Am I going to get a bunch of junk calls now? No, because I didn't submit anything.
Yeah.
But that was Jared. At least he openly admitted it. Yeah. I want my team to be not liked at all. Wow. This Jared guy, man.
Like the thing is there's kind of like a happy medium where in the middle of it, because you definitely don't want to be equated to like the Phillies and the New York franchises, because those take it to a toxic level of they're way too bad. But then there's a bunch that are way too forgiving.
Yeah, like the Mariners.
Yeah, and
they do that.
Cases, some Houston fans can sometimes look past some things, but even then, we're still, like, we don't blame the players. Like, even when they were booing when Bregman was up, it wasn't so much booing at Bregman. They were booing at Scott Boras.
You have someone calling you collect from prison. No minors on my show for your own safety.
How many times do we have to say no?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. P is subscribing. The Cleveland man. Hey, Brian, tell me about how you feel about I'm really genuinely curious. How do you feel about your Cleveland Cavaliers and your Cleveland Browns? Do you expect the Browns to be tanking for the #1 pick? Because I don't think Deshaun Watson is your guy, and Shedeur Sanders. Probably. Okay, what's the worst Pro Bowl selection? Tyler Huntley or Shedeur Sanders? Which one was the worst?
Shedeur Sanders.
It's got to be. But Huntley or Tyler Huntley didn't play that much either.
Yeah. Well, especially since there were several Texans players that got snubbed from that, and it was all the defense players.
Browns won't tank, but will lose a lot.
Yeah, so basically they'll to lose the tank.
They have done it before.
Unless
Like,
they
the
lose
Browns
every
were-
game, they might lose the tank.
Browns were like 1-something, and then they won like all the remaining games to lose out on a chance to draft Sam Bradford.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, he doesn't
honestly,
like Sanders
Shador-
one bit.
Shador is just he's all ego, and that's about it. Well,
And he's
so-
Nepo boy.
yeah, and Dion just does nothing to really discipline. He's just all like, okay, Denali.
I'm so cool.
Okay, Denali. Okay.
Oh, come on. What could he possibly be saying right now?
That he's going to root against the Mariners next game.
You know what? Do it. I love it. I want haters. Plus, I have a Houston fan, a Cleveland fan. They're already rooting. So you're basically doing something that pretty much half the fans on my show are basically doing.
Yeah.
Jared, I actually do. I have a somewhat relationship with the Marine Layer podcast. I do respect them, so I can't endorse the comments. So I'm sorry, but I cannot take it. As much as I probably will never have a show with them. I still respect them enough to not let that comment slip. No, but and the thing was too, there was this other guy. He tried to put me. The worst part is sometimes on Twitter they just tag you on a tweet that you're not a part of, and then they're like making fun of Marine Layer and the guys individually and put my name on it. And I messaged him personally. I was like, bro, what are you doing? I don't know. Please stop. So I had to message Marine Layer like, hey, if you see this, I'm sorry, but I had nothing to do with this. And he goes, yeah, dude, you're cool. It's all these haters, man.
Yeah. No. I just thought of you remember that it was a long time ago where it was the Mariners were sucking in that game, and I literally wrote as a comment 50 Shades of Mariners.
Oh man. As much as I would replay that show, the problem is
Well, yes, I know you can't replay that one anymore.
I can't because of reasons, and I nearly got dragged along with it, and it was not fun. And I had to make a retraction post where I was like, okay, yeah, he's kicked out. And actually, we agreed upon it before I even tweeted it.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as that show was over, like, I was about to become infamous, and I would have rather not get that kind of attention for that reason.
Yeah.
Same reasons why I'm not letting LA Boy in. And if he unsubscribes, you know what? Badge of honor, baby. We got a lot of Cleveland people. I think Cleveland really, you know what it is? I think I might have a shot this season to become relevant because the cost of Major League Baseball subscriptions is through the roof. You have to, depending how good your team is, if they have a lot of national games, you have to subscribe to 4 different services. Yeah. So what are they going to do? They're just going to go to Rooftop and at least get the voice. They're not going to get the game, but at least they'll get my voice out. And then Major League Baseball will just come to me and they'll go, hey, you can't do that play-by-play anymore. You're taking fans away from us. Or else people shut. Yeah, I will be done.
No. It's a little bit wrong. It's got to be Rob Manfred, sounding like he's constantly drunk. You're taking fans away from us.
The only thing I ever agreed about Rob Manfred was just not overturning the perfect game that should have been for the Tigers, Armando Galarraga.
Yeah.
Because pretty much, and plus it was like a 50-50 split opinion anyway. But the funny part is you go to the video, Rob Manfred said he has a video on himself saying why he declined it. And all the comments were like, yep, this is why Rob Manfred's terrible. And then you go to another video where it's like everyone else is saying it. And they're all like, oh yeah, he makes a really good point. I'm like, but Rob Manfred said it too. Not saying I like Rob Manfred, but
yeah,
man. Oh, the Galarraga game. Yeah, Cleveland was a part of that. If we have hitting, Cleveland is, of course, Cleveland is a dangerous team.
Or, if you really wanted to bring back, that Cleveland's dangerous, you could always, and this is to Cleveland, you could always bring back 10-cent beer night because that really went over well.
Brian, I actually have done that before. I did that once. Just cheer. Yeah, I actually cheered for the Cleveland Browns in 2019 when it was Baker Mayfield because actually, believe it or not, the Browns are actually my AFC team. And I think every football fan should do that. I think that's okay to have your main team and then you go to the alternate conference and then choose that. Just don't cheat and pick like the Patriots or something. If you're going to pick an opposite conference, pick a loser team.
Back then, also, the Browns were very much the lovable losers. That was before Deshaun came in.
And now the Browns have become, now they deserve everything they get.
Yep. They
lost that identity immediately the second they made that trade. And I was heavily against that trade. I said it was a horrible idea.
I am grateful for it because I'm a Texans fan because you gave us all those picks and you got rid of Deshaun.
Oh, man, Denali's having a bad day. Should we give him a slow clap? Okay, yeah, let's do that. Let's do the slow clap, everyone. And I will do it, and I'll make sure all the other friends are doing it. Yeah, well, I guess he's gone. I wonder if he actually did do it, though. Just out of curiosity, I wonder if he actually did it.
Yeah.
Nope, he didn't do it. If anything, my numbers went up.
Yeah, Houston did get a lot of good players from that trade.
Yeah, you guys really cashed out well.
Worse.
I mean, and you got C.J. Stroud, who's essentially the same thing as Deshaun Watson in some ways.
Yeah, I'm all like, hey, Cincinnati, do you want to trade away Joe Burrow? Houston would love.
Oh, no, why? Why are you doing this to me? My favorite Indians player of all time came from Seattle, Omar Vizquel.
Hey, you could say that, my one of my favorite, Mariners players that came over to Houston, Rafael Montero.
Off of the Kendall Graveman. I think you should just say Kendall Graveman to throw more salt into it.
I could have done the worst one, Josh Fields.
Well, I mean, that wasn't directly related to the Mariners, though.
It wasn't, but he used to be on the Mariners.
I guess you can say that. I'm looking for a video where it's something about Omar Vizquel. I gotta find it, and I will find it.
Or
when I do, I'm gonna.
The urinating.
When I do, I'm gonna.
Video legacy of failure for the Mariners. Oh, this one player. Oh, we don't need him.
I actually helped him. I helped him write the video. Of course, I didn't write the script because he's got masterful writing. I wrote the ideas of here's the parts of history you should cover. And the whole no wonder they care about the Sonics, that was 100% my idea.
Well, yeah, it actually makes a lot of sense.
And I got the video. Here it is. Actually, no, Arizona gave us Naylor, but here's the video about Omar Vizquel.
53 days until Mariners opening day. And it reminds me of a time in 2001 when Omar Vizquel was upset at Arthur Rhodes, asking him to remove his earrings. Yo, get those earrings off me. I'm gonna take my eye out. Yo, you got a problem with my earrings, yo? Which led to his ejection, but eventually the Mariners did win that game.
And Bell gets the bunt down. Rocker throws low in the dirt. Here comes Al Martin. Al Martin coming in. The Mariners win. The Mariners win.
Oh, the good old John Rocker, huh? Mr. He really... Yeah. He really... He very interesting. Oh, yeah, 90s Indians were so dope. Well, too bad you can't really say that anymore. Otherwise, you're considered something.
Woo!
So we got Cleveland fans. Well, actually, I'm just going to take off because no one's calling the show. This guy's making me stay on the show. You said you were unsubscribing.
Oh.
LA versus everyone else?
Nah.
Man, these Cleveland fans, and it's like midnight for you guys. They're like 1 a.m. Go to sleep.
Yeah,
Plus, I'll be back tomorrow anyway. So, well, I know I'm gonna be a little bit abrupt, but I gotta cut this off. I gotta cut what? A Luke Raley home run and a Julio tie and Brendan Donovan. Yeah, doing things. But Josh, any closing statements you've got other than you gotta love these guys? World Series, baby.
You know, it is 162 games, so it's not a sprint; it's a marathon. Mariners could recover here.
Well, let's not forget. I want to panic, but let's not forget Mariners play 500 ball against the Guardians at best, and the Yankees do play Mariners play terrible against the Yankees, so I do expect a bad start. Just as long as they're able to rebound the next game and not let these two series get to their heads, which that may happen, but it should not. And the other bright spot about getting through Cleveland and Yankees, and if you were to lose them, at least that just gets it over with, rather than play in September. Okay, this guy's really making me stay. All right. Here's why I am not panicking quite yet. The hitters, I'm pretty sure they're going to figure out, and plus, Mariners never play well against Cleveland. That's my thought. Now, if the Mariners stink against the Angels, actually, that could be a problem too, because Mariners don't really play well in Anaheim either.
Well, and also the Angels have been playing pretty well. They would have been 3-0 had they not given up 6 unearned runs.
Oh yeah. So my thing is, don't panic quite yet until maybe. If they lose the series to the Angels, then you can panic.
So when do they play the Yankees and Cleveland for the other series, the ones that they play in New York and in Cleveland as well?
Oh, man, let's look at the Mariners.
They have to play them one more time.
Yeah, they do. And they're going to have to play them on the road. So that actually, you'd rather play them on the road than you'd rather play them at home early in the season. You'd rather just get that done and over with. I think New York is probably going to be sometime in I think it's going to get later in the season. Oh, they're playing them in mid-August. I think I can still stomach that, but not by much.
That's not a great period there.
Oh, they fixed up the September schedule. I love it. They put in most of the AL West teams. I am perfectly fine with that.
Yeah.
Except I would love the Rockies at the end of the season because that was quite useful last season.
Which, let's see who the Astros finished their season against.
Cleveland will be in June, so I'm okay with that. At least they get it over with.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm going to that series if we lose that. What do you mean, sports nerd? Well, whenever you find that, I'm actually going to just close the show because I gotta go, man.
Let's see. Oh, we close out the series. So our last two is we have a 2-game series in Seattle, and then we go down to play the Athletics for a 4-game series to close out the season.
He's unsubscribing again.
Oh.
I unsubscribed, resubscribed. Now I'm unsubscribing. Man, this person really is going off.
It is flip-flopping. So those 2 games, actually, Astros Mariners near the end of the season, that they could play an important role.
Yeah, maybe Victor Robles or someone's going to have to make a critical diving catch again like last time. Bye. Don't let the door hit you.
Oh, my God.
Well, it's nice to gain some Cleveland fans out of this. I'm glad that you guys got the experience most out of it. That was the purpose of this channel, is to provide that live play-by-play experience. Hopefully MLB doesn't come after my ass.
Yeah. Channels. That's usually something that happens much, much later.
Not an airport, bro. Well, that's gonna do it. Plus, I have 5 people here, so I think it's safe to say it's time to get some sleep. But Josh, Mr. Dedicated of the Beacon of Amor of the Rohirrim, go get some sleep because I'll be back tomorrow to do the season finale. And then to watch the Yankees completely just beat up the Mariners. So
hey, you might beat the Yankees. Sure, the Yankees have beaten the crap out of the Giants. So it's not exactly a vote of confidence, but you might win.
I call for a vote of no confidence on Dan Wilson for his incompetent managing skills.
Definitely if things go bad this season, I could see Dan Wilson might get some heavy criticism.
As he should.
Not turning the heat up
yeah.
yet because, again, last season. But
last season will protect him for a while.
Well, yeah, that gives you a bit of wiggle room. But if the trend continues, then
you're done. Well, Josh, that's it, and all the Cleveland fans, thank you. And this was amazing amount of engagement. But that is it, and I will be back tomorrow for the season finale. I said that 100 times, but Josh, thank you once again. And go Mariners.
Go
Astros.
Astros.
Yeah.
Woo.